In sports, the local organizing committee of the Edo 2020 National Sports Festival has decided that the games will continue after a review of the presidential intervention over the financial crisis that threatened the event. The Edo state government had planned to call off the games because of paucity of funds and the federal government's delay in actualizing its promise to support the games. But after a meeting of stakeholders, the LOC confirmed the games will go ahead as scheduled. This is a result of an intervention from the presidency and a reassurance of the federal government's commitment to its promise to fund the games. Deputy Governor of Edo State, Honorable Philip Shaibu, is the chairman, local organizing committee for the games. He joins the news live at this time from Benin City. You may agree with me that it would have been embarrassing if the games were halted, but the situation has been addressed. Talk us through the reconciliation process and to what extent has the federal government made its commitment to the games? Okay, Honorable Shaibu, if you can hear me, I was asking that it would have been embarrassing if the games were halted. The situation has been addressed. Talk us through the reconciliation process and to what extent has the federal government made its commitment to the games?
Good evening.
Okay, if you can hear me, I would take the question one more time. I was asking Deputy Governor that it would have been embarrassing.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. I asked earlier that it would have been embarrassing if the games were halted as threatened yesterday, but the situation has been addressed. Talk us through the reconciliation process and to what extent has the federal government made its commitment to the sports festival?
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for having me. We had the governor of the Edo State and the chief of staff to the president and the minister of finance. They had a discussion this morning where the issues of the funding was resolved, and federal government are giving a greater commitment with specific this time. And from that discussion, the LOC was informed of the outcome, and that has led to the earlier shutdown issues were resolved, and the governor was able to get things done.
Okay, with the COVID situation confronting every aspect of life, including the festival in Benin City, can you confirm if hosting the games is still making any economic sense or contribution to Edo State?
What we'll have expected before the COVID-19 is completely different from what we are seeing now. Because don't forget that about 14,000 to 15,000 athletes were supposed to be here before it was postponed. But this time we have about half of it in Edo. But even at that, there's the issue of there are some commerce still on. Merchandise has been sold. People are in a good strength buying the artifact and all those and at the end of the day, I think the economic aspect of it is not as what we expected at the last before it was postponed.
Okay, finally, before I let you go, Deputy Governor, what are your thoughts about the Edo State contingent? Are they meeting your expectations in the area of performance?
Yes. Like I said before the games, we are going to host and we are going to win clean, and we are doing everything possible because we have good athletes. And don't forget, Edo is the native line of sports, and we have raw talent, and they are doing beautifully well as we speak.
Honorable Shaibu Philip is the Deputy Governor of Edo State and also Chairman Local Organizing Committee of the National Sports Festival. Thank you for your thoughts on the news tonight.